Hey FUB stars, very excited about doing this video. We've been working on this for a long time, so let's get right into it. This is our drag and drop form system. We deployed an update yesterday that embeds the form directly in the embedded app. So I'm gonna walk through the process of creating a form. So create a form, let's do a listing form. We're gonna have two different types of forms. Lead forms will be for creating leads. You can embed the forms on your website or use them for open houses. And then opportunity forms are for creating and updating deals. And we'll have a way of syncing the fields on the forms bidirectionally between the form system and the FUB deal fields. When you select opportunity form, it pulls up all the pipelines in FUB. So we're going to select sellers, listing form, and then the stage we would want to go listed. We're going to have templates. For now, I'm going to say no, we're not going to do a template. Continue. Okay, and now here we have the drag and drop interface for creating forms. So we have default fields over here they can use. Let's see, what would be agreement sign date. So OP stands for opportunity. Put price on here. You want a forecasted close date, address. And then if we want to use a new field, we can come over here and let's say we want a open house date. So now we put a date field on here. We click here and it opens the settings and we can go, you can make stuff required, you can make stuff hidden, put instructions for the user. All right, so this is a good start. We're not gonna get too much into this, but we also have conditions. So conditions are for making fields appear or disappear based on what's selected in other fields. So the forms are dynamic. And then settings is for selecting the stage and pipeline. And then this is where you'll access the field mapping once we have that set up, where you can sync data from fields on the form to FUB deals bidirectionally. And what I mean by bidirectionally is when you create a field on a form, it automatically makes it a custom field. And then you can use those custom fields on subsequent forms. And once the data is entered on a custom field in one form, if the next form in the pipeline is opened, it'll pre-populate the data to that field. And if that data is updated from within the FUB deal, then the data that gets pre-populated on the form will be whatever was updated on the FUB deal. And then if it gets changed on the form, when the form is submitted, it would go back to the FUB deal. Okay, so now we have this set up. Let's go into FUB. So in FUB, we have embedded app over here. And so now we want to the plus sign to pull up the forms. And now we have our listing form that we just created. Take me to the form. And now we have the form that we just created. So then we can put a price in here. Let's say 499,000. Automatically pulls in the lead ID. So that's how we sync it back to this lead. The op key, this will get populated once the opportunity gets created automatically. So let's do agreement sign date is today. Open house date is, looks like we need to clean this up a little bit. So this is March, so let's say March 30th is the open house date. 123 Main Street. And San Diego. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to submit. And now we get a note with what was added. And so the functionality, right now, the only functionality we have is a note. The next thing we're adding is creating the deal. So when the form is submitted, it'll automatically create a deal in the stage that the form is associated with. Once we have the deal functionality up and running, when an opportunity form is submitted, you'll get a tile here with an existing opportunity that's synced with the deal, and you'll be able to use the forms created in our system to update that opportunity and the deal. So you can associate a new form with each stage of the pipeline, and then you can fill out the forms to move the deals through the pipeline, and you have a lot more control over what fields appear and what fields are required. And then we're going to tie the forms into our automation platform, where when a form is submitted, you can set it to trigger an action plan or apply a tag or populate data to custom fields. Eventually, we'll have it set up to where the forms can be used to trigger anything within Follow Boss. And so all you'll have to do is train the agents to fill out a simple form at each stage of the transaction. Everything that needs to happen will get done for them. And that way they won't mess it up or forget to do something, because all they have to do is remember to do one thing. We just started beta testing this. It's very early, so we don't have that much functionality built into it, but we've been working a long time to get the drag and drop form system up and running and the forms to appear within the embedded app, and we just got that done yesterday evening. So very excited about it. Looking forward to building more functionality into it. Thanks, everyone.